Dolly Parton has long been celebrated as country music's purest embodiment of kindness, warmth, and relentless optimism, a woman whose smile feels permanent and whose generosity seems almost mythological. Yet after more than 6 decades surviving inside one of the most competitive and emotionally demanding industries in entertainment, even Dolly now admits that this carefully protected image only tells part of the story, because behind the rhinestones, the laughter, and the legendary diplomacy were moments of quiet frustration, emotional distance, unspoken rivalry, and painful self-discovery that helped shape the woman she ultimately became. For the first time, she has reflected openly on 6 artists whose relationships tested her patience and challenged her belief that positivity could solve every problem. Beginning with Winona Judd, a singer she genuinely admired but never truly bonded with, not due to ego or talent, but because of deeply different emotional energies, as Dolly believed in entering every room with light, humor, and connection, while Winona carried a heavier, more introspective presence, creating a relationship rooted in mutual respect rather than warmth and teaching Dolly the difficult lesson that her sunshine approach could not heal every kind of darkness. The story then turns to Reba McEntire, the rivalry that was never spoken aloud yet always understood. 2 women building parallel empires in the same industry, competing for awards, tours, television deals, and cultural dominance while maintaining flawless public grace, silently motivating one another in what insiders describe as one of the most intense but elegantly managed competitions in music history. The narrative grows more intimate with Miley Cyrus, Dolly's goddaughter, whose dramatic transformation from Disney innocence to provocative pop rebellion filled Dolly not with judgment, but with fear, as she watched someone she loved risk her reputation, alienate industry allies, and burn bridges before fully understanding the long-term cost, leading to a period of emotional distance that only healed through maturity, hard conversations, and a deeply symbolic reunion on stage that proved love can survive disagreement when honesty replaces control. Then comes Kenny Rogers, the partnership fans believed was flawless, where genuine affection existed alongside constant friction, as Kenny's structured, methodical perfectionism clashed with Dolly's instinctive, emotion-driven creativity, revealing how creative tension, when anchored in mutual respect, can produce timeless music rather than destroy collaboration. Her work with Linda Ronstadt exposed another uncomfortable truth, that extraordinary art does not always come from personal closeness, as their voices blended into historic harmony while their personalities remained distant, highlighting the divide between Dolly's heart-led authenticity and Linda's intellectual, technically precise approach. But no relationship shaped Dolly Parton more profoundly than Porter Wagoner, the man who discovered her, elevated her to fame, and then tried to control her future, turning mentorship into possession and forcing Dolly to fight legally and financially for her independence, even writing, "I will always love you," as a gentle goodbye meant to bring peace, only to discover that freedom often demands sacrifice, a price she paid without regret. In the end, Dolly's story is not one of hatred or bitterness, but of growth, boundaries, and hard-earned wisdom, a reminder that even the kindest legends face complicated relationships, and that true strength sometimes means choosing yourself, walking away with grace, forgiving without forgetting, and continuing forward stronger than before. And if this deeper, more human side of Dolly Parton changed the way you see her, make sure to subscribe, because behind the brightest smiles often lie the most powerful and revealing stories.